Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Of course, my name is Kent, and the channel is EOS San Diego, and I make videos about the blockchain. And tonight I want to talk about Biden's new Security and Exchange Commissioner, which is, his name is a guy by the name of Gary Gensler, I believe. Gary Gensler. So what the Security and Exchange Commission does is they regulate securities within the United States and determine what is security and is not a security. And of course, they're consumer protection agency. They protect consumers from different investments or different securities or different kinds of vehicles, investment vehicles that would be something that would take advantage of the public, rip the public off. So the fact that they are taking a hard look at ICOs tells me, or would give the indication, that they're starting to be they want to try to clean up crypto. They're going to make crypto more mainstream. And if there's one of these ICOs that raised money back in 2017, they really never did anything with it. That didn't really ever make a product, didn't ever really do much with the money, but kind of took off with it. They may be coming under the scrutiny of the Security and Exchange Commission, which means that the Security and Exchange Commission is wanting the ICOs, are wanting the cryptocurrencies to be compliant, so that they're not rip-offs, and that there's an underlying business and a significant amount of decentralization for them to be classified non-securities. So, literally, it sounds like everybody that raised any money in an ICO could be under the scrutiny of the current Securities Exchange Commissioner's new leader, which is this Gary Gensler. So, to me, this shows you that the government is taking a proactive, wanting the they want the industry to be fair and to be not something where consumers, people that invest, aren't going to feel that they're being taken advantage of, or that there's investments out there that aren't basically something that's just trying to take someone's money. So I think this is a positive sign, and I think it shows that cryptos are starting to get more mainstream. They're starting to become regulated. They're going to have to be regulated. That's the only way it's ever going to work, because there's going to have to be some mechanism in place for people not to be taken advantage of. And if you just have the wild, wild west where anybody can raise money because it's the blockchain, and anybody can take somebody's money and not do anything with it, you're never going to have it go anywhere, because people will never feel safe if they don't feel like there's somebody there to kind of enforce the rules. They're never going to feel safe. So that's what's going on right now. You got a guy who wants to go back and try to make sure that at least if you raise some money, that you did something with it, and it wasn't just a total taken advantage of thing. So this Gary Gensler guy sounds like he's going to be that kind of guy. So that to me tells me two things. First of all, the government is taking a proactive stance towards crypto. They're wanting crypto to be used. They're wanting to mainstream. They want the consumer to feel comfortable and protected by regulation. And they're going to want to go back and make sure people are trying to do honest business. And then the other thing they're going to try to do is they're going to try to make sure that people are trying to do honest business, but also that the other thing they're going to try to do is they're going to try to make sure that sorry, just lost my train of thought. The other thing they're going to try to do is they're going to try to make sure that can't even think what I was about to say. I know what I was going to say. Someone yelled something over here, got me off my thought. I'm always in a public place, and somebody's always got to be doing something. The exchanges, that's what I was going to talk about. The exchanges. They want to make sure that the exchanges are not, exchanging or having listed tokens that are nefarious or have some that aren't in the best interest of the people that are dealing with these cryptos, that aren't in the best interest of the people that are holding the cryptocurrencies. So the exchanges are going to be under the scrutiny too of the Securities and Exchange Commission. So and I think that's a good thing. I mean, I think exchanges got to be aware that they can't just be listing a lot of stuff that isn't in the best interest of investors. So I think exchanges are going to be looking for product, honest product, and that's what we're hoping with our token, the challenge token. We have a real product. We didn't raise any money from anybody. We didn't take anybody's money. We had a wide distribution as far as the token was concerned, and we got a real product. It runs on, the blockchain, and it also runs in the App Store and, the Google Play Store. Wasn't the Google Play. We'll be back in the Google Play. So we have a real product, and we did an honest distribution, and we didn't raise any money. So I do think tokens like our token will be something that exchanges will be looking for, hunting for. They need product. I mean, exchanges got to have tokens to offer, or they don't make commissions. Nobody buys if they don't have, if everybody's considered non-compliant with the Securities and Exchange Commission, what are they going to offer people to buy and sell tokens? You need product, and the only way you get product is if product is in compliant, then you got to find those compliant tokens to handle. And that's why I'm hoping, challenge token will be in demand, because hopefully we don't fall under the scrutinies of some of these regulators. So yeah, I think that the honest tokens will come to the fore, rise to the top, and we got you got to be honest. If you've been in the cryptocurrency business very long, there were a lot of people that raised money that didn't have any intent to do much with the money. It was just an easy way to raise money. People were throwing money at any kind of deal, and there wasn't any kind of good, hard business plan in place to do anything or make anything. That has to go away. If that doesn't go away, then the whole industry looks like a flop, and it looks like just a way to beat people out of their money. So the fact that you got the Securities and Exchange Commission coming in and regulating and making it honest, I think it's a good idea. And I think it's a fair thing, and I think you've got to have it. If you like it or not, it's still coming under some compliance. There's somebody out there that is making things so that people just don't feel totally scammed or ripped off because they invested in a token. And I think that's what you got to do. I mean, you can argue these points all day long, if it's regulated or not regulated, but you got to get rid of the bad actors. And if you don't get rid of the bad actors, then you really don't have much of a game. You don't really have much of you won't get people investing pension funds. You won't get people investing retirement funds. You won't get people investing things into these cryptos unless you have at least the feeling that when you buy something that they're gonna have to have some standard that they need to maintain, some baseline product that has to be developed, or they have some fiduciary duty to do something constructive and not just say, hey, we're going to take your money and work on a project and we'll let you know. Now there's going to have to be something a little bit more in place than that. So anyway, I think good sign. I know a lot of people will think, we're going to have to get over all this stuff like Larimer with his ideas that anytime there's anybody, any regulator or anybody that agency that's involved, that it somehow violates cryptocurrencies, core belief systems. It'll never be mainstream if you keep it confined in that way of thinking. It will never be mainstream. You just have to do honest business, and you have to do it as well as you can, and you have to be at least under the scrutiny of people out there that do have some power to to go to an exchange and say, hey, you can't offer this token, or have an exchange have a little bit of responsibility that if they do offer something that isn't right, that they may have to make it right and give back the money. Whenever you start talking about giving back money or penalizing with the penalties, then people start to clean the act up a little bit. They start to offer a little bit better. They start to offer a little bit better product, and that's what you want, a better product being offered. And that's what I think, and I think it's happening right now, and that's what I hope happens, because that's the way the crypto industry will grow. That's the way tokens will be thought of as good investments, and not just wild, shot in the dark. We hope you get one that didn't have, people involved with it, that they just were trying to take my money, and they didn't have any other idea outside of trying to, game the system and get as much money as they could out of it. So anyway, a good sign, and I think that this is a good way of going. And I think the ICO should be responsible for the money they raised. There should have been something built if they said that they were going to build something, and they shouldn't just be able to run off with the money and never do anything like some did. I appreciate you watching.